Hey everybody, welcome back on MDG Media. This is some late night commentary. We are going to comment on the last round, front 9 FPO lead card at the 2024 Norway Open here in Hagen, 2 hours south of Oslo. This is the third stop of the DGPT Europe Silva Series here. My name is Maxime, and with me, Andrew Gum.
Yeah, pleasure to be here. Round the clock commentary. It's been an amazing event, and we're hoping you're enjoying all the great coverage that MDG is bringing you. They're working real hard, doing a great job.
That's gonna be, some crazy nights. Huh? Pleasure, man. And let's start with our first player, Silva Saarinen, representing MVP. 8 down through 2 rounds, 7 strokes ahead of Jenni Karppinen.
Yeah, she's coming in as a favorite and performing really well. Jenni's doing great as well. Sponsored by Prodigy from Turku, and got a pretty big distance between first and second, but we got a battle on for second place for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And we have Emilie Nesse from Norway back into the lead card, representing Innova Discs. Young rising star. It's gonna be fun, man.
Yeah, and we got the Estonian sensation Anneli Tõugjas-Männiste, sponsored by Innova this year, and she's been playing really well. So always a pleasure to watch.
Always a pleasure to have Anneli in the lead card. Super good mood, super good vibe. And let's start with hole 1.
Yeah, hole 1, temporary for this layout. Yeah, it's a 98-meter straight shot, hazard all the way up to the island, and pretty generous, I guess, once you get up there, especially on the left side where there's a bit more space.
Yeah, good hole to start. Open field, definitely not looking like the rest of the course. But yeah, good opening hole. And we'll have Silva announced by the speaker.
Yeah, the local club's done a real good job getting this thing sorted out and into good condition. Make sure you come check them out if you're ever in Norway, Hagen.
Yeah, man, we don't just have this course, as we mentioned on the previous coverage. There is definitely other course around. You played one the other night.
Yeah, it blew my mind, and I've heard there's a lot of other really good courses, and so definitely a really good community. And as you can see in the background, that clubhouse there, they got a lot of that like barn-looking place. They got really good discs and merchandise in there.
Yeah. Looking amazing as Jenni is stuck in the OB hazard.
Yeah, a little bit windier today. This final round, you can see the flags blowing. Makes this hole a lot trickier. Most of it's sheltered in the woods, but this one you can see it's playing up with their discs and they're having a harder time reaching that island.
Yeah, pretty surprising, man. Just a problem of height, at least for Jenni and Ida back to back. But we have a headwind also.
Yeah, they're trying to keep it low and battle through that wind, but that's low out of the hand, never had a chance. And that's going to play pretty difficult to get up and down now, because play it where it lies with the 1-stroke penalty as per the hazard rule.
Yeah, that's pretty weird, man.
Whoa, going after the basket there.
That's a good shot.
Yeah, nice recovery.
And she'll have some work to save a bogey. Uh-oh. Okay. The line looked pretty awesome.
Yeah, Silva so deadly from anywhere with the putter.
Yeah, inside 30 meters.
Yeah, and even from up to about 80 meters with the throw-ins, with those straight putter lines. Incredible skills and ability. The highlight machine, and she's going to extend her lead here from the looks of it. Oh, look at that! Wow. Ida looking for a huge highlight of her own. Chains out from about 25 meters.
Amazing attempt as Anneli is showing some confidence from 5-6 meters. Good cleanup, good for the rest of the round. Good start. In the end, just a bogey, but you can forget about that.
Yeah, definitely good for the confidence to get up and down from way back where she was. Some bogeys and Silva with the par.
Yeah, pretty weird start, man. 3 bogeys on the first hole. Not the hardest.
Yeah, and
it happens.
Silva's even further out in front now, moving on into hole 2, par 3, 86 meters. Nice straight hole here. OB all along that left side and behind the basket. 2 different options here, left or right. We've seen quite a few different things work. You can, I guess kind of dealer's choice here, really.
Yeah, we can't call that right side anymore. Definitely, both sides are definitely makeable. Just need to control the distance, with that creek behind the basket and the OB line, and with also, possible, slide and groundwork. So again, trying to land flat.
Silva straight down the middle and hits those trees. That defines the fairway. This one averaging right at par today. The first hole was at 3.58, so much trickier than the first two rounds. It's the wind. Definitely picked up here for the final round, which is kind of nice though, because the heat's pretty sweltering. That wind, provides some relief from the heat.
Exactly, you're right. And Jenni with an amazing shot on the second hole. Should be a birdie to get back that stroke she just lost on hole 1.
I think this is a J. Edith's been throwing. Nice mid-range play.
Same kind of throw, same kind of landing zone.
Yeah, circle's edge putt. Birdie opportunity. Anneli. Smooth. Look at that. Oh, looked like it was going to slide all the way up to the basket. Hit a root, but still pretty close.
Yeah, 3 amazing shots after Silva's. She should be all fine from there. Just careful with the OB line behind.
She's got great touch from everywhere. That one hits that little birch that's right in front of the basket, but that's fine. 3 or 4 meters left.
Yeah, good control from Silva as usual. And a bit right side, but an amazing birdie for Anneli.
Yeah, great bounce back birdie there. Getting her 1 stroke back closer to Silva, but yeah, still 10 behind. That second place, though, is definitely in her sights. But,
yeah, Jenni barely in. Left side, and that's perfect. Dead center for Ida. So 3 bogeys and then 3 birdies for the same players.
Yeah,
good bounce back.
Right back to where we started on the scores.
And a par. Special.
Yeah.
Let's go, man. Good start in the end. Good answer after the mistakes.
Yeah, solid bounce backs. Moving on, hole 3, par 3, 115. Pretty long wooded shot here. You got to get it to break left at the very, very end of the flight. Little OB early, doesn't come into play often. Over the creek, far into the woods, and hang a lefty. Yeah, Jenni nailed it yesterday.
Yeah, as I was going to say, Jenni showed us the way yesterday with an amazing par job.
Yeah,
but let's see, fairway driver, maybe distance for the ladies. It's a long hole, slightly uphill. So yeah, you need to attack straight and then trust your fade.
Yeah, it's the exact same hole as the MPO field, and it's been giving them some grief as we've seen, so definitely a pretty demanding hole for the FPO, but see if Jenni can dial it in again.
Yeah, a bit more inside, but going through.
Gets up there, though. She's really, really working along the left side of that fairway all the way up. And she's going to have a putt for it, for sure. Ooh, early release. And a bad kick, too.
Oh, my God.
That's going to be a rough scramble place.
Yeah, this one is pretty hard. Oh, my God. Same
Anneli.
tree for Anneli.
Exact same mistake, but a better kick at least. She's right in the middle of the fairway, but still about 90 meters to the basket or more.
Yeah. Innova Discs magnet.
That tree. Silva looking good here. If it doesn't push too straight, that seems to have been her mistake. And
oh, yeah, okay. Catch cam showing us the basket. Yeah, I'm
I think
not
it's on the
sure.
right side. It looked like it kind of drifted right. But yeah, this one averaging 3.38 as we see Anneli trying to get up and down from way back.
That's a good
effort.
scramble.
Yeah.
She's around, able to save the par, at least having an opportunity.
Her putt's been looking really good from that range. Everything inside the circle, I don't stress about it for her.
With a scramble shot here. Yeah, a bit short. Should be fine.
Looks like she's still out. Forehand reach out approach. Nice touch on that.
Yeah, good touch. Should be an easy bogey. Good results. Worth the drive in the end.
Kicked that hard so early. There's not really much you can do to save the par at that point. Silva hunting the basket, but just a little bit wide right on that one.
Yeah, again, not a bad line. Good height.
Anneli looking for a par from circle's edge. Sails it past right side.
Air ball for the Estonian.
Yeah, I guess.
Rare miss, you know?
Yeah.
Normally just touching the chains or something.
Look
And
at
that's
that birdie again. She gets it.
Amazing
Jenni
birdie.
Karppinen has got this hole dialed in. And just like that, she's only 6 strokes back now.
Yeah, and she is also 3 strokes ahead.
Yeah. And
even more.
Distancing herself on that second place battle.
Yeah.
We had 2 other birdies today on this hole. One from Kaisa Wall and Ingvild Lundbäck. So great birdies.
Yeah, really great birdies on this hard par 3, hole 3. My bad. And Jenni with a good bounce back after the mistake on hole 1. And now 4 strokes ahead of Ida, 5 of Anneli. And let's also keep an eye on the chase card. Josephine is around. We had 4 players in contention to work and fight for the second place.
Yeah, look at this beautiful aerial photography of Norway countryside.
Amazing. And we have Sophie Bjorlicke, -2 through 4.
We are here. We are one. We will fight. We will fall. We will prevail. From the fjords of Norway to the shores of Spain, from the fire of Iceland to the hope of Ukraine, 30 countries, one voice. Go Europe.
On to hole 4.
Yeah, uphill par 3, 85 meters. Most of the trees are at the end of the flight here. Averaging 2.88, making it the 3rd easiest on the day. And yeah, one you really want to get for a birdie, but quite a few guardian birch trees. Beautiful hole.
Yeah, amazing hole. Again, completely different than the MPO layout. That's a straight shot. Nothing major, no OB. The only thing you need to take care of are those guardians protecting the basket. So try to keep your line, trust your disc, and just hope and cross your fingers not to hit any tree at the end of your flight.
Yeah, maybe one of the only holes really where you kind of got to get a little bit lucky at the end of it. You can't really necessarily account for all those trees at the end of the flight.
Yeah.
But otherwise, very, very fair course.
Oh, super fair course, definitely. I can't agree more with that.
Oh, and Silva, yeah, she's picking a good spot here, trying to slide it right through the biggest gap on the hole there, that right side.
It was a bit low, but
yeah.
In the end, C1 hit, and Ida with also a kick left side.
Caught up in the guardians. Anneli keeping it low, trying to get that ground play. Just a little bit too low though.
Yeah, stopped early. You know, it could have a slide to the basket, but just not able to fight those trees protecting the basket. Should be an easy par. First par of the round for Jenni. Good up from Ida.
Yeah, a bunch of pitch ups for par here. See if Silva can get the birdie and extend her lead. She sure can. 7 strokes. Solid bird right there. 1 under for the round. 9 down on the event. Keeping it clean too these last couple rounds for the most part.
Yep, 9 down.
She started out the event up and down with bogeys and birdies. And then in yesterday's round, just a ton of birdies and a double bogey. So far, keeping it clean. Moving on, hole 5, par 3, 80 meters, tight tunnel, island hole. Basket tucked back to the right, so favors a forehand, but we've seen these ladies craft some pretty smooth backhands up there too.
Yeah, definitely the flex shot line with the forehand would be the main option. But as we saw yesterday on the second round, FPO, They went for the backhand straight shot, and it's working.
Yeah, definitely space to do it. Jenni went though on the right side, which was pretty cool. It's not a very big gap, but Silva's trying to take the wider gap and just give herself a circle's edge putt, which she's very confident at. And
Perfect shot. Exactly what you're looking for.
yeah, nice and smooth. Let's see if Jenni hits that line again. Yeah, that's definitely the gap she's going for, but there you see the risk. If you're off just a little bit, it's pretty hard to make the island.
To me, that's the hard part of the backhand on this hole, and that's why the forehand option is definitely good. So you can miss it definitely, as you can see Ida here.
Yeah, that just came out way early.
But it opens up on the left side after 40 meters.
Anneli goes with this straight line with the back or with the forehand, and it works out there. Hits the tree, but it stays on the island. So she'll have a long circle 2 putt look for the birdie.
Yeah, so 2 players at the drop zone, Jenni and Ida. And still some work to do with Jenni. At the distance, she's not so comfortable with. So careful on this one, and a good up from Ida.
Yep. Anneli trying to...
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hunting the chains here.
Trying to throw it in with that rhino, I believe.
Yeah, pretty aggressive bid. And Jenni to save the bogey.
Ooh,
that's
nice
good.
putt there. I like the pace on that.
Yeah.
Very confident stroke. We've seen her struggling on the green quite a bit this weekend, but that's a good sign right there.
Yeah, that's good to see her make that kind of putt. It's important. Oh, and that's something we don't see often.
Very rare air ball from Silva. Not sure how to explain that, but I
Yeah,
guess
no explanations.
A little glitch in the matrix there.
Sometimes.
You really don't see her miss often, especially without connecting on anything.
Yeah, man, it can give some hope to a lot of people. You know, it can happen to everybody.
Of course, yeah.
She's human.
Yeah.
Machine 97% of the time.
Yeah, she's must be really intimidating for the other players because she's so nonchalant about the way she just drills them from everywhere. But yeah, a little glimmer of hope there that she does have some weakness.
Yeah.
Now and then she can miss a putt, although it's not very often.
Thank God.
Here we go with a really tricky par 4. It's not the distance, but the shape. You got a really tight turn left to right here, and there's OB all along that right side. If you're in there, you're in big trouble because you're out of position and having a penalty. Then after twisting left to right, it twists back right to left, and the basket's up here, quite uphill. Pretty demanding.
Yeah, I love the shape of this one. So straight shot, placement, out of the tee box. And then you'll just try to reach the sweet spot to be able to attack the basket on the second shot. And that's an OB stroke for Silva.
Silva maybe losing some concentration here. She's got such a big lead. Sometimes it's hard to find that competitive edge and energy when you're so far ahead of the pack. Not sure if that's the explanation, but definitely a couple mistakes here in a row. That's a good shot.
That's a really good shot from Anneli. That's definitely the sweet spot. Maybe some trees in the way, but that's what you're looking for. That could be even better.
That looks great.
Maybe a bit short. She'll have a flag shot line from there. Not a straight shot with the only fade.
Oh, nice touch on this one. That might be perfect. Is that the best we've seen all weekend, or is it a little bit tight inside on the right?
You know, I don't want to be too fast, but she could be a bit short, and maybe, yeah.
It's a touchy one. A very tiny landing zone, really, to open up that second shot.
Yeah. As you said yesterday, it's really, really short. You don't have a lot of space where you can land to be comfortable on the second shot.
Yeah, it's easy to leave it short or just push too long. Silva's scramble shot. Looked like it ends up on the right side. Jenni busting a move on this. I like it. I like it a lot. Circle 2 anyway. Such a hard hole to attack for birdie. Averaging 4.98 or 9.6 today, so second most difficult on the course. Still looking for the first birdie. of the round. Let's see if we can get it on our lead card.
Oh, instantly looking at her hands. Something happened there. Again, tricky start for Anneli. Only on the first round she was able to have that hot start. But yeah, a bit more struggle on the second and on the start of this one. And a good approach from Silva.
Yeah. Anneli chucks it up there. Easy.
Yeah, good up.
Ida's been so fun to watch with her forehand approach game and well-rounded skill set all in all. Super young player, and with the skills, it's, very bright future for her.
You're right. She was dialed in from 40-50 meters on the first round. And she's so smooth, man. We had the chance to interview her twice this weekend. She's really smart, really focused, really mature. For her age, it's really impressive to see. And she's enjoying herself also. She's not going in Finland for the next 2 weeks. Only going to Ale and then Swedish Open. It's closer from home, I guess.
Yeah.
And a good par from the Norwegian rising star.
Yeah, I like her mentality and her temperament. Very well spoken, very professional behaving.
Yeah, really smooth. Nothing crazy. Just casual, good human. And as I like to say after that split screen, but thank you to the DGN, for all the work. A lot of opportunities thanks to those guys, and whole 7, man.
Yeah, bringing disc golf to the world. Live coverage is amazing. Hole 7, par 3, 112 meters. A little bit downhill. Averaging 3.73 for the FPO. I guess it's the distance and quite a few trees to beat.
Yeah, definitely not an easy one. Downhill all the way. It's an amazing one, and as we are explaining on a lot of holes, but try to keep your line. Try to avoid that right side. It's really tough once you are stuck in there. That looks better if it can have the groundwork. Yeah, sliding. Yeah. C2 opportunity for Jenni. And Ida, careful with the height. It's gonna fade out left side. But good shot in the end.
Not too bad at all. Got the distance just a little bit off on the left side. See if she has a clear opening for the birdie look.
Yeah, she has something from there. And Silva, not super comfortable with her lines today, I'd say.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm too hard, I don't know.
No, she's been a little bit off on a few shots. That's really where you don't want to be, over on that right side. But she got a decent kick that it's not too caught up in that wall of trees that you see Anneli hitting right there, same ones. It's really thick over there. You can see it's dark and a lot of trees clustered together. Silva, excellent approach.
Yeah, good touch again. To have an easy par from inside 5 meters.
Anneli's approach hits a tree but lands pretty close to the basket.
Yeah.
Her putt's been looking good from that range, so should be okay for the par. See if Jenni can nab another birdie.
Come on. Too high.
Not quite.
Yeah, good try. She's even on the round. It's pretty okay. Ida is struggling a bit more. Score-wise, she looks okay, Just not following with the score right now. +2 and catching a tree. She should be okay for the par.
Still firmly in that battle for third place. And even second, it's not out of reach quite yet. But Jenni's playing well, and Anneli, sweet putt.
Amazing, man. She only missed on hole 3, if I don't mistake. Apart from that, she's super clean.
Looking real good on the green for sure. Silva gets the par. Even on the round. 7-stroke lead over Jenni.
Yeah, that's going to be really hard for Jenni to get back at Silva. 7 strokes with 11 holes to come.
Yeah, 2 birdies on the day for this hole. Pia Anderson and Kaisa Wall. Kaisa getting another shout out.
Yeah.
Getting some solid birdies out there.
Good job.
Good finishing round from her. Hole 8, par 4, 154 meters. Some OB to deal with just before the creek. Once you get past the creek, then you got to shape something up towards the green. Quite a few trees to deal with, particularly these 3 that are really defining the fairway right there. Those pretty birches that are clustered together. Or maybe it's one tree with 3 different branches, like a clone.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, nice one though. Pretty green up here, kind of rocky. Nice agricultural scene behind.
Yeah, another pretty cool hole. A straight shot for the ladies out of the tee pad. And again, not super easy to get to that sweet spot. You need to control the fade, control the turn. Straight as an arrow. We'll describe this like that. Oh, an unfortunate kick for Ida. It looked pretty okay.
Yeah, it looked like it had some potential, but knocked down.
Yeah, that's the only problem sometimes in the woods. As you were saying, sometimes you need a bit of luck to make the whole thing go well.
Gotta love some deep wooded disc golf though.
Oh yeah, man.
All the shapes required. Gotta know how to use your disc. Look at that from Anneli.
Oh yeah, that's a good shot. That's exactly what you want. And she's gonna be far down there. She should be able to get to the basket even with her excellent forehand game. And Ida, good scramble. Should be manageable to save a par.
Silva with some tricky footing. She's good at that shot though, but this time gets a bit caught up. Any crafty little forehand. She's right up by those trees. A little bit of work left to do. Try to get up and down for par. Anneli after a perfect drive.
Come on. Fade.
Oh yes, there it is, a birdie look.
Let's go.
2 really good shots from her on this one.
That's a really cool hole to birdie.
Yeah, you don't see it often. There was just one coming into this lead card.
And we will have a tie for the 3rd place if she makes the putt, as Ida is putting for par. An okay approach for Silva. She will have 6-7 meters to fight with.
Yeah.
Pretty okay. Calm hole. Nothing crazy.
Yeah, looking like...
Okay.
Yeah, low left corner pocket. Par for Silva.
Still 8 down.
Anneli
Keeping the gap.
looking for the 2nd birdie of the day. Elva Kate Preston got it from deep in circle 2 earlier, and she gets it, cashes it in from about 6 meters.
I'm pretty interested to see what's going on in chase card. It was pretty tight. 4 players for the third spot. Jenni is pretty comfortable in the end. 4 strokes before entering the back 9. Let's see what's going on our last par 4, the small one.
Yeah, it's a shorty but a goodie. 119 meters. Really tough tee shot. You see how it shapes quickly left to right. Dense woods. You really don't want to be in the rough on this one. This one birch tree is kind of a little bit of a scraggler there right in the middle of the fairway. And then, over the bridge. That leaning birch, also kind of tricky to beat. OB all around the basket. 4.77 average, so very demanding for a little guy.
A hard one. And very demanding for a little guy. You're right. And surprising choice again for Anneli, not going with the forehand. She's so comfortable with it.
She's definitely got really good little chip game with the forehand. Oh, actually, she's got well-rounded forehand. One of the better forehand players in Europe, I would say.
Yeah. Man, she's coming from Estonia.
Of course,
For sure,
yeah.
she has good forehand.
True that. It's like a national pastime.
Oh, yeah.
Flicking a disc.
Passion for forehands. And yeah, he chips so nicely for a forehand shot on this hole.
Oh, Silva kicking early. So some struggles for the lead card on this one. Anneli, pretty good recovery. Stays on the edge of the fairway, and that lines up pretty good with the gap for a straight shot up to the green.
Let's see if it was deep enough to have a straight shot. But she should be in position to maybe save a par. It's going to be tough, but possible.
Yeah, Silva's second shot not so great either.
Oh, and Ida parked to the tree.
Yeah. Jenni's got a wall of trees in front of her. She just has to pitch out almost sideways.
My God, it's a struggle.
It's a struggle for sure. They're all on that struggle bus and just trying to move forward, slowly but surely, taking quite a few strokes to get up towards the green. Nobody's there yet, and yeah. See how they can finish it off. Strokes are starting to add up.
Okay, so
That's a good one.
Left side of that tree, pretty sure it was not the route she was looking for, but good result.
Envy here. Nicely done.
Good touch again. Good scramble.
See if Ida can throw in one of these forehands. She's been all over it all weekend, but that one's way early. And that's in a pretty bad spot down there. As you can see, a lot of pines. Oh.
My God. Lots of kicks and lots of trees in the way.
It's getting out of hand a little bit on this one. Anneli just going to be able to tap in there.
Yeah, stop the bleeding. Yeah, Silva and Anneli are all good now.
Ida needs a big putt now.
Oh, and a
Comes
good
up
line.
short. That's gonna drop her into fourth place from the looks of it. Solid par from Jenni though.
Yeah,
She had a
good
good
save.
shot there in the end. Keeping it even to the front nine. Solid second place. Bogey for Silva, so just a 6-stroke lead now. With 9 holes to play, double for Ida. Yeah, that's
Tough one.
not the way you want to finish. Dropping one back in that battle for third. She's now in a tie for 5th place. Interesting, yeah. 2 birdies on the day here, though. Josephine Johansson and Sigrid Sandem.
Okay, so we have Josephine tied with Anneli. Sophie same with Ida. There is a fight going on for third place. Definitely, that's the main action, I think, for the back nine.
Yeah, 6 players in contention for that podium, though. That makes it interesting. Make
Pretty
sure
interesting.
you come back to get a look at that. And Silva way out in front, but 6 strokes. Yeah, I wouldn't bet against her, that's for sure. But
control.
Definitely a solid battle for the podium positions at the very least. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun following these ladies through the woods. Make sure you come back for the final back nine.
Come back for the back nine. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for commenting with me, man.
Thank you very much for having me.
And yeah, see you there.
Yes.